Oh, hang on then. There we go. We're live. I'm at Bath Camp again today. I've got Dolly and her partner McCauley here with me. Um, McCauley was explaining about the arrest. I'm going to pass you over to him, and he's going to let you guys know what happened at the arrest. And then we're going to go over to Dolly, and she'll update you on current situations now. So here's McCauley. Here you go.
So the door was getting banged. Obviously, I've got a year-old baby, woke up screaming. I've gone outside. They've asked me to put my hands on my head. I've got all the guns and everything facing at me. I've got my hands up in the air, showing no restraining, no nothing. And they've told me to turn around. They put the hands on my back. They've pushed me up against the car. They've put the cables and ties on so tight that it's marked on my wrist up, and it feels like I've got a sprained wrist.
You still there? Bear with us a sec, guys. It looks like the signal's just jammed a second. Let me just get a message through to them. Bear with us a sec, guys. Should come back in. Just give us a moment.
Shit. Right, we'll start that again then with you. I'll ask her what she's got.
2 minutes now.
Kate, are you still? Are we still live?
Sorry, you're still live. It just cut off just as he was saying about putting the hands in the air. It cut off when he got so far down, so he might not be able to go too far away from you, but it just cut off then.
Right, all right then. We'll start walking back up with a signal. Okay, so yeah, we're here with Dolly now, and she's gonna bring you an update on the current situation.
Yeah. So we aren't allowed to be told anything. We've been evicted out of our homes. We just know that it's under firearms. They haven't found anything so far. Nothing has been. My mum and dad haven't been charged for anything. They are. They're digging up the hedges. They're digging up the fields around the place. We don't even own the fields around the place. They were on about removing the muck heap and digging underneath the muck heap. They were potentially saying maybe knock the house down. The house has been there for a few years. There's nothing. They're not finding anything. To be honest, I just went down there to get my car, and they're sat around. They're eating their food. They haven't got anything really. There's one with a metal detector. There's one with a drone. And other than that, there's a quarter of what was there yesterday. There's not really anybody. They are on about checking the ISO containers. There's nothing in there apart from junk. They don't want to force the doors open, but we've told them where the keys are. A few of us have told them where the keys are, and they can directly find the keys. So none of that should be damaged. We know that the shower block doors have been damaged and forced open. We aren't sure if there's any other damage that has happened so far. A couple of dead puppies, but we have sorted. The puppies have been taken off of the land now, and Brilliant. They are in good care. But hopefully, we can sort out some justice for the puppies. Really.
What about all the other animals? What is left on camp? And also, is Tia able to access everything that's left on camp?
Yeah, so Tia's allowed to access at 8 in the morning, at 4:30 in the evening. She has to be escorted. She has to do what she is doing very quickly, and she's not allowed to mess about. She went into the house yesterday. She was told to get out. We have 2 parrots upstairs, but I have spoke to the officer earlier. He told me that the parrots, they have checked, they have got water and food. Whether they have changed their food, I wouldn't expect they have. They need their food changed. They need clean water. I don't think they're under the care they need to be, and if they're not under that care that they need to be, they will die. So we're just hoping for the best for them. I mean, they're in the house. They're doing that they've messed up the bedroom. They've got their laptops and chairs and tables and kettles and things. They've got them in the house. They've got the windows open. They're doing everything in the house. They shouldn't be in the house. They should do all of their investigation outside. Obviously, they search the house. That's what they want to do. But they shouldn't be doing their work inside the house at all. This is all disgusting, the way we have been treated. We're not even allowed to speak to our mum and dad. They're allowed one phone call each. We haven't been told when they have their phone call. We haven't been told where they are. So at the moment, we don't even know if they're well, or we don't know anything.
Do you want to add anything to McCauley's chat about what happened when you were arrested?
Well, he was treated badly. They all were. Cher and Ben down the bottom, they were separated. Ben was put into a box. Cher was very, very upset. She wasn't even allowed in her home last night to see some of her animals, so she had to call the RSPCA on herself because they needed some care. They needed bathing and stuff, and she wasn't even able to do that. That's very upsetting, considering she had to ring the RSPCA on herself.
Was there an ill goose?
Yes, that's what it was. Something happened outside with the goose, and it had been attacked. So it had half of his face scraped off. She was having to bathe it, and the police, they wouldn't even let her into her home to look after that animal. They've told us that they love their animals, that they're going to let us care for them. They're not. We needed to look after them puppies every hour, or at least every 2 hours. It's disgusting what's going on and how we've been treated.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Right, Kate, that's update on current situation and a little bit more information about the arrests. I'm going to log off again.
Do you want to get McCauley back on just to finish what he was saying about the arrest and just go over it now? We've got a couple more people on.
He's, as you can see right at top, let me have a look. I'll go and ask him. He doesn't really want Baby Doll on.
Yeah, I completely understand that. I wouldn't ask for a Baby Doll to be on, so it would be a case of pointing the camera away. It's just so we can get his say, that's all I'm thinking.
So where did you lose him?
I don't know exactly where it was. He was walking for quite a bit, though. I don't know if it was because there's something on my end, though, but I did turn what I think it might have been off.
We lost signal halfway through. I'm going to hand you over. Right, so here we go. Here's McCauley. I think the laser bit.
Yeah, so basically, obviously, I'll come outside with my hands in the air, not sure, no resistance, nothing. Done everything they asked. But come out, all the guns are facing me. Obviously, like you do, just cooperate when you can't fight with guns. So I put my hands up above my head like they asked. They've come round. They pushed me. They put me up against the car. But manhandled me, pulled my arm up real tight, and put the cable ties around my arms as tight as it can go. Left me loads of marks, and my wrist is actually swelled up. So, and then they took me up to the corner and they asked me who was I was in there with, actually, and I said my year-old baby who's screaming, "You've actually scared," and her mum, obviously, and they had me against the car till they come out, and yeah, like I say, it carried on with the procedure. Obviously, Dolly's probably already told you, but yeah, that's what happened. They pushed me against the car, they manhandled me, put my head against it, and yeah, put the cable ties on as tight as they can go, nearly stopping blood.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you for that.
No worries at all. I'm going to love you and leave you again. I want to keep these short today so that people get to watch it. And other YouTubers get to share it. So I'm keeping it short, but I'm glad that I got to speak to you. Thank you ever so much for helping out with doing this to get the story out. You need to know the real story, not the stuff they're going to spin about terrorism when it's not. So please, guys, don't believe everything the TV tells you. It's still patented as an entertainment purpose. All right, let's get the real truth out there.
Agreed. And before we end off as well, I just wanted to let people know that Children Matters part of this is obviously the girls and Baby Doll. At the end of the day, those girls don't need to be going through this. They deserve Absolutely. They don't deserve to have their rights trampled over as well. So
That's
PTSD
right.
camp's going to be like focusing on Joe and Dion. Children Matters focusing on helping Dolly and Tia and Baby Doll as well.
That's
We work
fantastic.
together.
You're doing such good work, mate. Such good work for everybody. So yeah, as you know, we're a little family here. We stand by each other and we help in the ways we know how. So just thanks for everything you're doing.
No, we'll try to help where we can do.
All right then, mate. You're gonna have to kick me out again because I still have no idea.
Free the bath too. Free the bath.
Oh, I'd like to show you something. Um,
Love it.
brilliant. All right then, mate. Kick me out when you're ready.
No,
And